What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Remnant 2 video. In this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to actually get the Ritualist archetype itself in the new DLC, The Awakened King. So you first have to get the, of course, the material to take it to Wallace, and then that'll turn it into the Cursed Effigy. And then I'll be showing you guys some of the perks and skills and the, little breakdown of the class itself. But you want to start off in the Forlorn Coast, and when you get to that little mini checkpoint here, you want to go to the docks to where these little boats are kind of sitting in the water. But you want to go to this one in particular, dropped right down from this ledge. And after you drop down, you're going to make your way over, and then pretty much at the end of this trail, you're going to fight a witch, which I'll show you guys here in a second. But you're basically going to follow the path that you see here on screen, and you want to go to this little hole in the wall. And at the end of the hall, you'll see this witch doing some kind of ritual on a pig, and you basically just want to interrupt this ritual and kill her. Alright, with her out of the way, and now on this pole right here, where this little dagger is the little effigy that you have to grab. It's not there right now because I've already grabbed it, but you want to grab that and you want to take that back to Wallace, and then it'll cost like the standard Luminite crystals, 1,000 scrap, and then now you'll have the Cursed Effigy and you will unlock the Ritualist archetype. Alright, so go over some of the new skills now. So the first skill I'll show you guys is Eruption. So it creates a explosion for 150 damage on all enemies within a radius. Now the explosion radius and damage increases by 100% for each unique status effect on the target. So if you have 4 different status effects, it's 400% extra damage, which is awesome. And then we also have Miasma, which creates an AoE burst that applies bleeding, burning, overloaded, and corroded to all enemies within a certain radius, and dealing a total of 1500 base damage. And you can upgrade the AoE trait to further enhance the radius. Then lastly, we have Death Wish. Negates all healing to self, drain 300% health over 20 seconds, increases all damage by 35%, and grants 10% base damage dealt as lifesteal. And now moving on to the perks. The first perk that we have is the damage perk, which is Wrath. Increases all damage to enemies affected by a negative status effect by 12%. Increases all critical chance against enemies affected by a negative status effect. And of course this will keep going up as the Ritualist level goes up as well. Then the team perk Terrify. Killing an entity applies Terrified to all enemies within 5 meters of killed entity for 20 seconds. Now Terrified enemies deal 5% less damage, which is great. And then moving on to the utility perk, we have Dark Blood, which reduces damage received from negative status effects, which is awesome for this build. And then moving on, the last one, the Relic perk. When you consume a relic, it cleanses all negative status effects on you. So that's actually really good. So you don't have to like pop a certain health item or anything like that. Now the trait it comes with, it increases status effect duration against enemies. So of course this will go up by 100%, so it'll double at level 10. And then the prime perk Vile, which is the bread and butter of this. So applying a negative status effect affects infected. And which infected does is a victim receives 10% more status effect damage, and on death spreads all statuses to nearby enemies within 13.5 meters. Now I believe if you keep increasing the AoE trait that you have, that will go up as well, and I'll show you guys that in here in a second. So I'm going to go to this little room where there's a couple of these floating enemy, the little Fey guys. So I got my Chicago typewriter with the hot shot, so I'm going to apply burning to one, and I wait for them to get a little closer. And as you can see, I kill him. Now these three all have burning on them. So now I'm going to switch to my other weapon that has corroded, and now all of them have corroded. Now you can see why that this is a pretty busted prime perk that you could just basically keep afflicting different status effects on all types of enemies and pretty much wipe out trash mobs with all the different status effects. But that's going to wrap things up for this video, guys. If you guys enjoyed this kind of video, please drop a like and subscribe for more videos. I'm trying to get a Ritualist build together, so stay tuned and I'll catch you all in the next one. Deuces.